Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Black Talk. I'm your host, the J.R. Stewart, coming to you live from McKinney, Texas. It's 10 p.m. Central. Of course, for those who are watching the show live know that. We're on every night, Monday through Friday, just about. I think I may have missed a day or two last week. We had some complication issues. But that was on me, though, so I'm trying to get them resolved. The biggest issue I'm trying to get my chat line working. If I go through Google Studio, YouTube Studio, it works. If I go through OBS Studio, it doesn't. So, and I use OBS software, so I'll work it out. I'll fix it. I'll figure it out because other people use OBS and they're able to get a chat line going. So anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome to Black Talk, and I think we have an interesting topic tonight. We're going to go back to our favorite state, the Griff State, where the Griff game is strong. We're talking about good old Minnesota, USA. I have a couple of videos I'm going to share with you. So tonight's topic is built upon a statement that I've heard many times growing up. Being a black conservative Republican, I've heard this many times, many times. People have reminded me that doesn't make us kin. You know, treat me as if I'm a sellout. I'm a traitor to the race, to the cause. Can't believe that you're a Republican. I dare you to come around here and eat with us and hang out with us and socialize with family and friends and all this time you're a Republican and we didn't know. Because once they find out that you're a Republican, you're black, they let you know that you're not welcome anymore. You're ostracized. Over politics. That's how silly some people are over politics. You know, I have yet to hear in my conservative circles, Republican circles, I've yet to hear any Republican, conservative Republican, Tea Party Republican, MAGA Republican, I mean, hell, even the Rhino Republicans, never hear them firing a friend or a family member over politics. Politics. Just because we were in different parties, so what? But that cult that we call the Democrat Party, oh no, they don't allow for anyone not to be with them. You can't have a difference of opinion. A different view than theirs. Everybody has to be lockstep, follow order functionaries in that party. Because if you get out of line, man, they come after you. So anyway, do skin make you kin. Actually, I guess it doesn't, according to black liberal minions, political niggers who do the bidding for the Democrat Party, carry that water. And to show you how ignorant they are, that none of them know the history of that party. None of them. As they say in Bonton, damn one know the history of the skank Democrat Party. Because if they did, they'd never be able to justify supporting a party, voting for a party that founded and funded the Klan. The Klan was started by the Democrat Party. You don't have to believe me. Go ask Google. Go ask Alexa. Go ask ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Copilot. All the information is there. They'll give it to you. And then if you confront them with it, they'll tell you, oh, well, during the 60s, all the really kind, good-hearted Democrats, good-hearted Republicans became Democrats, and all the skank, bad, evil, Dixie Party Democrats became Republicans. Just another lie. And they know it's a lie when they tell it to you. But they figure you're not smart enough to go catch them in the lie. You have a little bit of knowledge, and so that's their fallback card. This is also the party of Jim Crow, part of the Black Codes, part of the pig laws. This is part of separate but equal, part that supported Dred Scott decision. This is the party that burned down schools and churches, probably still burn them down. This is part that was responsible for collapsing the black economic system. Just when we were starting to come up and black folks starting to do a little something for themselves. And now they have you just where they want you, in a welfare position with your hands out looking up at them. Because black folks just believe white is right. Oh, it's not just us in America here. Oh, even those Africans think the same way. The white is right. I'm going to play a video for you. Where one of the Somalians, who proclaimed to be a Caucasian, he said, we're not black. Don't insult me and my ancestors by calling us black. We're not black. We're not your brothers. We're not your sisters. We're not black. We are Arabs. We're dark-skinned Caucasians. I'm sorry, Abdul. How do you know you're a dark-skinned Caucasian? Oh, because when the white folks came here, see, white is right. When the white folks came here, they said we just like them. We're white folks. We're Caucasian. We're just dark-skinned Caucasians. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. We're Arab and white. We're not black. We're not your brothers. We're not your sisters. Until ICE, Customs and Border Patrol, on their ass, the Justice Department on their ass, putting them in jail, arresting them, investigating them, deporting them out of the country. Oh, my brothers, my sisters, y'all don't come to our defense. Why don't you step up for us? Those good white folks out there protesting for us to keep Donald Trump off our ass, but I don't see my black brothers and sisters. Oh, now we're your brothers and sisters. But you know what? Last time I checked, the reason black folks are not out there, guess what? Because y'all didn't include black folks on the grift game. Did you spend any of your money with a black business? No. You gave it all to white people. Well, Keith Ellis, I guess, you gave some money to him to keep you out of jail. But Keith Ellis don't really count. He's not really black folks anyway. Keith Ellis hasn't been black folks in a long time. You talking about a sellout. You gave your money to the Godfather, Tampon Tim. Mayor Her and Mayor Fry. Yeah, we love Somalians. Those are our neighbors. Those are our friends. I'm sorry, when did all this love for black folks start? No, JR, no, you got this wrong. No love for you. No love for black folks. No, that's not what we say. We love Somalians. I'm sorry, sir, why do you love them so much? Because they understand the grift game. They keep their mouth shut. They understand tribal loyalty. They understand we all in this together. You haven't seen one of them turn state's evidence yet. They get busted, go to jail. They take it like a man, take it like a woman. Keep their mouth shut. I don't have to remind them that snitches end up in ditches. They understand. Yeah, we love our grifting Somalians. And plus, the Somalians tell us that they're not black, JR. And we don't like you black folks, but we love the Somalians. Yeah, they'll go out there and grift for us and steal. As long as they kick some of it back, grease our slids. Everything is cool. Everything is good, baby. We have nothing but love for the Somalians. Anyway, let's play clip number 1. With the Somalians professing not to be black, skin's not kin. They are dark-skinned Caucasians. They're Arabs. They speak the Arab language. They eat the Arab food. Don't be calling us your brothers and sisters because that's an insult to us and our ancestors. We're not one of you. Not until we get in trouble. Anyway, here we go. Clip number 1. Go.
Somalis think because we black, we supposed to stick with you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We don't share an allegiance because I'm black. Ma'am, I'm an American. There's a big difference. But Theodore Roosevelt said, it ain't but one flag. That's the American flag. He said it ain't but one language, and that's the English language. And he said above them all, it ain't but one loyalty, undivided, explicitly, for the United States of America. If that ain't what the you about, then you ain't about what I'm about. Being an American, first and only, honey. Not nothing in front of it, not no stipulations behind it. We not the same.
Okay, so apparently the Somalis are beefing with Black America again. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. Is this another one of those, Dominican, I know black things, like you don't want to be called black? But no, apparently ICE is coming to collect them because they've been doing some kind of welfare fraud. I just saw a video of a guy going to a daycare where they were like, oh, you guys got $1 million in funding, but there's no kids here. So they're saying that they're getting all this money and sending it to fund terrorists, whatever. And now ICE is coming to get them. And they want our allyship. And we're like, absolutely not. Bro, I just saw videos of them talking in their mosque about how all black people come from one-night stands. They don't know their father. Bro, the things they say about us is crazy. But I noticed that every black person that comes from another country to America takes on the white mindset. It's like they have Stockholm syndrome. Like they just started believing they're colonizers. Because we's the good niggas. But in reality, y'all don't mess with us, so we're good.
I'm not black. Stop calling us black, fam. We black. Do I look black to you, like, bro? I'm not black, fam. Man, Somali, bro. You get me, blood? We're not no black people, bro.
Somalis are not black. Let me explain why. Looking at me right now, chat, am I black? I'm literally brown. I'm literally brown, bro. Think about it as well. Somalis are Arabs. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. We eat the Arab food. Bro, think about it like this, bro. If a whole community doesn't regard themselves as black, we can't be black, bro. We literally can't be black, bro. Boogie, did you eat your brain cells? Really and truly, Somalis are Arabs, bro. Think about it, bro. We're in the Arab leagues. We speak the Arab language. Bro, tell me I'm not lying, bro.
Black is just a social construct. Do not insult me or my ancestors by calling me black, okay? When the first European came to Somalia, they called us Caucasian, dark Caucasians. My hair is different, nose different, facial structure different, even voice tonality and voice frequency.
I have a whole lot to say about this Somalian situation. So I have a question. If there's someone or a group of people disrespecting you, right? But you still feel the need to defend for them for some sort of reason, doesn't that make you a punk?
For the scheme to work, the daycare centers need to sign up low-income families that qualify for child care assistance funding. These surveillance videos are from a case prosecuted by Hennepin County. They show parents checking their kids into a center only to leave with them a few minutes later. Sometimes no children would show up. But either way, the center would bill the state for a full day of child care. This video from that same case shows a man handing out envelopes of what are believed to be kickback payments to parents who are in on the fraud.
Where was the money going?
I don't know exactly where it went.
So that video was from 2018. As you can see, they're giving the parents kickbacks, meeting somewhere in some type of center, giving them kickbacks. The kids not even staying at the daycare center. Everybody's getting paid. The community's getting paid. The people who set up these shell daycare centers are getting paid also.
I'm trying to see if I'm hearing this right.
Okay, I'm back. So that's clip number one. There's a lot to unpack there because it was quite a bit packed into that one video. So let's start with the first young lady. She said she's about America. And if you're not about that, then you're not, down with her. I'm trying to clean the language up a little bit. It's kind of a family show. Although it's not for kids. We do specify it's not for kids, but still, we want to be respectful. Not use profanity. I think I'm not the best with the English language, but I think I can clean up, clean her statement up a little bit. So basically, she's just saying, if you're not down with America, then you're not down with her. Which I can agree with that. I'm an American, proud American. Then you see the grift game. It's interesting when these people say, well, not all of Somalians, Jimmy Stewart, are grifters, JR, and not all grifters. Some of them are just hardworking. I'm trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. Take away the TPS, deport all the illegals, just round them up and get rid of them. When you have people who know what's going on, you think the Somalis don't know what's going on? Even if they're not in the grift game directly, they benefit indirectly. Because a lot of the money comes from their little stores and their shop. Now all of a sudden, stores and shops are closing up in Minnesota. Wait a minute. You only had 3 customers for the last, average 3 customers a month for the last year, 2 years, 3 years. You got those same 3 customers coming through the door, but now all of a sudden you're closing? Yeah, because they're not laundering money through your business anymore. You know how hard it is giving them $1 billion, $1 billion, billions of dollars, not even $1 billion. What is the Attorney General say? Federal Attorney General for the state. In excess over $1 billion. Some says as high as $9 billion. I've seen numbers as high as $39 billion. You know how hard it is to hide that kind of money? Boy, the Colombians, will be proud of these folks. And the Godfather, Tampon Tim, is the one who opened the doors for the grift game. Well, JR, how do you know that? Well, because he changed all the rules. It used to be you got caught defrauding the government. When the auditors caught you, they would refer you to the Attorney General's office for prosecution. You would be arrested, given a trial, this is your due justice. If you found guilty, you're going off to federal prison. Tampon Jim said, no, we're not throwing people in jail for fraud. Taking money from the federal government, no, we're not doing that. So he set up his commission. So now when auditors find fraud at the state level, state auditors find fraud, rather than referring this to the Attorney General at the state or the federal level, oh no, they turn it over to this commission. What does the commission do? The commission has 2 responsibilities. To hear your case, you come in and talk to them, you plead your case, and if they believe you, they can simply say, case dismissed, and you don't have to pay the money back. Ain't that a B? I don't have to pay the money back? No. You don't have to pay the money back. You're free to go. Go do some more grifting. Just this time, when you get the money, you get the checks, you make sure you spread it around to the right people. Because being selfish is what got you here. The other option is, if you're not willing to cooperate, then they can simply say you have to pay the money back. You stole $2 million? Okay. Tampon Tim said these are overpayments? Okay, fine. You got $2 million in overpayments that we've caught. So you got to pay it back. That's your punishment. And then if you don't pay it back, then they turn you over to Keith Ellis in his office, the Attorney General's office, for fraud to prosecute you. Keith said I was arrested and thrown in jail over 300. No, you haven't. It's been 87 with about 67 convictions. And those are the people who are dumb enough who didn't play ball. Because all I had to do was go in there with some sad story, let it be known that, hey, I got the message. From now on, when I get paid, I get the check, I'll make sure to drop the envelopes off to the right people, spread the money around like you said. The latest grift game I heard about was these fools are setting up, I shouldn't call them fools, Somalis are setting up hospice houses, living centers for the disabled, for the elderly and disabled. They're assisted living centers. And so here's how the scam goes. They buy a house, 4 or 5 bedrooms, a couple of baths, and they claim that, okay, we got 5 bedrooms, we've got 5 disabled people living here. 5. We have 5 people living here who are disabled. State's paying $4,000 or $5,000 per head. So they collect $20,000 plus a month. On that $20,000, they pay the mortgage on the house, put the rest in their pocket, start spreading the money around. Some of the money goes back home. Al-Shabaab and other terrorist groups are getting paid. And like I said, just when you think you've heard all of it, surely it couldn't be any more fraud they're committing. They took lunch money they were supposed to be feeding autistic kids, lunch program, put that in their pocket. Claiming they're feeding thousands upon thousands of kids every day. When we find 24 was the actual number. 24 kids. But you build the federal government, you build the state who gets the money from the federal government, a grant program, for thousands of kids. This is just one center. You take Medicaid, Medicare, you bill it for services, supplies that you never perform, that you don't deliver. But the government still sends the checks out. The daycare, you saw the daycare game. They just sign kids up. You don't have to bring them. You keep their little bad kids at home. And so when the check comes, when the money comes, we're going to give you, we'll kick you back a few $100 a week. We'll take care of you. Everybody's in on the grift game. See, that's what I'm saying. Every Somali in that city, there's not one of them that don't know somebody who's grifting. So how can they all just be innocent? Oh, jail, these are all hard-working people. They just want to make a living and live. No, they do want to live the American dream. They just don't want to work for it. They rather scam us. I can go back and find a video of Michelle Bachman. She really talks about how sweet the deal is. They get a place to stay when they come here. They get a car. They get money. They get food. All paid for by the tax dollars money. And how do you repay us for all our generosity? You turn around and fraud us. Steal money from us. Daycare, lunch programs for the kids, now care for the elderly and disabled, Pell Grants. Every program out there, y'all can get your hands on. Y'all are just scamming it. Grifting. While Tampon Tim looks the other way. On those hospitals, on those living centers, it used to be that the inspectors would come out before you got your license, inspect your daycare, make sure everything was safe. You got the little socket, little covers over the electrical outlets. Kids can't lock themselves in the closet. All the little regulations they have to keep kids safe. Good stuff. Oh no, Tampon Tim said, you know what? We're on an honor system here. You don't have to go out and inspect these daycares. Just give them a license and so they can start billing. The assisted living centers the same way. Before you got the license, you used to have to be certified. Somebody would come out and make sure that your place was safe for the disabled and elderly people. Tampon Tim said, no, that's a waste. We work on an honor system here. Nobody has to come out and inspect. Just get your license and start sending invoices in. So if nobody's checking, no one's inspecting, everybody's just billing the state, sending the invoices and getting paid. How in the world, how could you be that naive to think that people are not going to defraud the system? Really? Tampon Tim, you didn't know? How does Michelle Bachman knew it was going on? She said you knew. She said Keith Ellis knew. Everybody knew in Minnesota about the Griff game. So Tim, how did you not know? You're the godfather. If that's your story, I guess you're sticking to it. Anytime you decriminalize something, I'll give you an example. California. By law, it used to be that felony shoplifting kicked in at $900 or more. You had to steal something worth $900 or more before you be charged with felony shoplifting. And crime was out of control in California, still is. But they had one of those one of their elections. They had a ballot initiative. The people of California voted for it. They basically, I think, reduced it down to $250, which is still a lot. Say that you can shoplift up to $249 without much other than getting a little ticket if you get caught. But anyway, they lowered the amount down to $250. And they showed two girls going to a store with their baskets. Not the push basket, the little hand basket. The plastic one with the little metal handles. They went in with those. Getting all their makeup, their hair, other products, moisturizers. Oh, they get the good stuff. None of this cheap stuff. No, they get the good stuff. Loaded it up. Had the nerve to go put it in plastic bags. Just bypass the cash register. Just bag all this stuff up. And casually walk out the store. Didn't run. Casually walked out of the store. Well, it just so happened the store manager called the cops. There was a cop nearby. And before they could get in their car, the officer was there. Caught him in the act. They get outside the store, they go into the bag, make sure they got everything. Girl, gotta make sure we got all our stuff. We ain't skipping, we didn't forget anything, did we? They checking their bags. Cop rolls up on them. Puts them both in handcuffs. And the little loudmouth girl, she making all this noise about what's going on. Why are you arresting me? These cops hurt. They're too tight. Why are you arresting me? She's acting as though somebody's doing her wrong. She don't understand. She's looking all confused. And the cop telling her, well, man, you're shoplifting. Okay, and? You say that like that's supposed to mean something. I do this all the time. She's confessing to doing this all the time. She said, I do this all the time. What? I don't understand. The most you're supposed to do is write me a ticket. Why you handcuffed me? I'm not resisting. I've never done anything. And then she says, I know my rights. This is not $900. You can't arrest me. And then the cop had to explain it to her. It's like, no, man, it's not $900 anymore. It's $250. This was passed in the last election. And the girl next to her, sitting in the back of the police car, both of them, two dummies, was telling her, it's like, yeah, girl, that's right. I saw it on the news that one of the propositions lowered the amount to $250. She said, I thought you knew. The other girl sitting there, loudmouth, still mouthing off. This is not right. This is not right. Y'all just arrested me because I'm black. This is not right. I don't have down here. This stuff is not worth that much. Well, you both had over $250 worth of merchandise. But she's sitting there acting like the victim. And this is those Somalians when they get caught. They're like, oh yeah, what's wrong with y'all people? All we're doing is taking money from the federal government as if this is just free money. As if working everyday people don't pay taxes to give to the government for these programs. Well, it's not like we're taking money from you, JR. Well, I don't live in Minnesota, but yes, you are taking money from me because I pay federal taxes. Everybody who pays into the system is who you're stealing from. And the American government has a responsibility to make sure that our money is at least being halfway spent wisely. Getting it to you is not being spent wisely. It was meant for people who need help. Y'all stealing money away from people who need help, from children, from the elderly, from the disabled, from students on their Pell Grants and loans. Oh, excuse me. COVID supplies, COVID services. There are people out there who really need those shots. There are hospitals and clinics who really need those supplies. There is no limit to the grift game with them. And now you want black folks, good, decent black folks, to come out there in those minus temperatures, 10 below, 20 below. And that's not windshield below. That's just 20 below, period. When the wind blows, it's probably 20, 30 below when the wind blows. Then I would have been out there with a water hose and start hosing their asses down. I get you off the street. I know how to get you off the street. I get the water cannon out. I have the helicopter fly over above and just start dropping water as if it was a fire down below. Black folks are coming to our aid, brothers and sisters. Y'all need to stand up for us. Oh, now we're your brothers and sisters. You come here, you have a superior funky attitude, look down on black people. You have no culture, JR. You have no language. It was taken from you. We have a culture. We have the American culture. We have a language. It's called English. And I match our way of life and culture against any around the world. Now we're your brothers and sisters. Now you want us to come out there in those freezing temperatures and protest, smoke screen, to cover up for what you're doing. But when you were doing it, we weren't your brothers and sisters. When you were getting paid, we were not your brothers and sisters. You weren't spending money with us. You didn't include us in the grift game. We're just not hearing about this. And what did the lady say? Boy, if this was happening in Oak Cliff, Texas, if tens of thousands were fraud the goddamn government in Oak Cliff, Texas, man, they surround Oak Cliff, Texas and burn it down. Ain't nowhere in the world they let black folks steal billions of dollars. Now, we get away with no welfare fraud, but ours is in the thousands. We may apply for benefits in multiple states, but our little stuff is in the thousands. They're talking billions with a B, not an M. In case you don't know how much $1 billion is, that's 1,000 million. Billions of dollars is what they've taken. Cleaning the money up and funneling through white people, buying houses, cars, making campaign donations. You got the mayor, Tampon Tim, all partying with fraudsters. Folks who've been convicted of committing fraud against the government, and you partying with them. The mayor goes on national TV professing his love, how much the white folks in Minnesota just love the Somalians. The white folks who get paid love the Somalians. And then they warned that all this activity from ICE and going after the fraudsters, the grifters, oh, y'all going to hurt the economy. Of course you're going to hurt the economy. The grifters brought in billions of dollars to your local economy. Y'all don't generate that kind of money. Of course it's going to hurt the economy if that money stops. Of course these shops with no customers are going to go out of business because they don't have the customer base to survive on their own. Nobody was in those shops before. There was grift money they were surviving on. They just cleaning the money through the stores. Or when you fill out your paperwork, just report that you got sales of $100,000 a month. I'll pay you $5,000. And then when I'm giving you the money, just write me a check for $95,000 and call it consulting fees. Call it cleaning fees. Money clean now. It went through a couple of hands, got cleaned up. Grift game. All right. In case you're wondering just how much money is involved, let's play clip 2. Here we go.
Has used to criticize the broader community in general.
A honeymoon in the Maldives, a fleet of luxury cars. Here's a box with more than $270,000 in cash. This was all evidence from a new trove of files obtained exclusively by CBS News, showing how a group of convicted Minnesota fraudsters spent taxpayer dollars. One text message reads, "You are going to be the richest 25-year-old.
We're not even at the end of the beginning of our pursuit of the stolen money and of the people who stole it."
U.S. Attorney Daniel Rosen leads the office digging into the wave of COVID-era fraud that hit Minnesota.
So how much money are we talking about stolen?
I can say with great comfort well in excess of $1 billion.
In the past 3 years, 87 defendants have been charged, 61 convicted. The majority of them are Somali American. Minnesota has the nation's largest Somali population. The perpetrators are accused of ripping off state-run programs intended to feed low-income kids, house the disabled, and provide services to autistic children.
This was a get-rich scheme.
Andy Luger was the U.S. attorney who first examined this fraud. He left in January.
One of the things we discovered is that a number of the people involved were buying investment property, resort property in Kenya.
Wire transfers reviewed by CBS News also show more than $1 million went to Chinese banks.
It goes behind a black curtain. It's hard to see where things went beyond that.
The Trump administration has said it's investigating whether any of the money fell into the hands of terror groups like al-Shabaab in Somalia. But both Luger and Rosen agree the evidence so far shows the criminals were only interested in getting rich.
If there was a black community that had stolen over $1 billion from our federal government or our state government, what would happen to them? If people in Oak Cliff, Texas, which is made of mostly of minorities, black people and Hispanic people, what would happen to them? Do you think that anyone in our government would let them go for decades, stealing from Medicaid and Medicare to the level that we've seen Somalis do it in Minnesota? So for all of the people that are saying this is a racial situation, let me tell you what racism would have done to this. It is no way that they would have let communities steal millions of dollars and billions of dollars in programs that were meant for autistic children, or programs that were meant to feed people when they said they were feeding, 3,000 people a day and they only saw 24. They would not have allowed this to happen if these people were regular Americans. If these were regular African Americans, this would not have happened in our United States. But our Democrat Party wants you to believe that this is a racial situation because, that's what they do. Everything is based on race. But let me just say this, from this one black woman, I have seen people in Dallas and all over Texas go to jail for $35,000 in theft. But the thing that gets me the most about all of this fraud and corruption that's going on in Minnesota is the attitudes of the people involved. The people that live in all of these communities, these Somalis, are now threatening Americans. They're not even telling us that they're going to take over the United States.
As soon as we find out who you are, trust you will be dealt with. Period.
You know what? Russia hasn't done that yet. China hasn't done that yet. You were brought here as refugees from a small country that had almost no money. But you want all Americans to be afraid of a community that has taken and stolen from U.S. taxpayers. And so all of you people that have made comments about it's just racist, really, let me just tell you something. I don't care what race you are. If all of my cousins are stealing from me, I'm going to be mad at my cousins and I'm going to call the police on them.
I'm Nathaniel M.
All right. I turned the video off. The last guy was an advocate for an organization. He's basically just saying we need to stop the fraud. But one of the people that they interviewed on there was the former Attorney General from Minnesota. And basically, he couldn't do his job. He was hand-tied by Jim Crow Joe Biden, which is his boss. The whole Biden administration, they wouldn't let any of the federal attorneys prosecute these cases because they're looking out for the Democrats there. A lot of that money. They're talking about $1 million went to China. Yeah. Millions more went to the Democratic National Committee, to the DNC. A lot of it, some of it went to Tampon Tim's campaign, Mayor Fry campaign. He's partying with him. He's so happy for the Somalis to be giving him money, financing his campaign. He's just a partying with them. They're having a good time. Tampon Tim waving putting the Somali flag up in the State House. Ain't that to be the Somali flag, another nation's flag, in the Minnesota State House? Yeah. I guess y'all really do love those Somalians. What do Somalis bring to the table? Absolutely nothing. They came here poor as dirt. Don't work. Have babies, bring babies with them, live off our damn system. We're the biggest damn fools on the damn world stage for allowing this to happen. You can't go anywhere in the world and get away with this kind of stuff. You can't go to Russia and get away with it. North Korea? Yeah, right. China? What African nation could you go to and get the same deal? None. There's not a country in the world that will put up with this and let you get away with it. To the tune of billions of dollars, some African countries don't even earn $1 billion collectively. And these folks have stolen up to maybe $49 billion and counting. All thanks to Tampon Tim. Changing the rules. We're not inspecting anybody. We're not looking. Just file the application. We get it approved and just start invoicing. And then, well, I didn't know that people were fraudulent. You didn't know? How could you not know, Tim? How could you make it that easy for people to steal and then claim you didn't know what was going on? Keith Ellis, you the state attorney general? Well, yeah, we prosecute over 300. They give you the actual number. 61 has been convicted. And that's 61 of the people who didn't play along with our game, who wouldn't give up the money. Because they had just simply said, okay, I got the message. We'll make sure we start taking care of the right people, donating to the right campaigns, spending our money with the right charities. Okay, I got the message. There'll be no charges. Those 61 are only in jail because they didn't want to cooperate. Greedy. Oh well, that's Minnesota for you. Just stupid, naive people is what they want us to believe. Oh, we're just that naive, JR. We're trusting people. We're good kind-hearted people. And then on top of that, no, it gets even better. Every Somalian and their children, every one of them, man, woman, child, receives $3,500 from the state each year. What for? Well, just because. The parents of the children, even though they don't work, highest welfare rate, 85% of them on welfare, Highest rate in the damn country. But they can still file a tax return, even though they don't work, didn't contribute nothing to the system. Because they have children. They can apply for an earned income credit. That's about $3,800 per child right there. So you're getting over $7,000 per child. And most of them have 5, 6, 7, 8 children. You got $50,000, $60,000 tax-free money, plus a place to stay, a car, ABT card where you can buy food. All your utilities are paid for. And you got free money. And despite all of that, you still roll your sleeve up and steal from us. How ungrateful. Man, I wish ICE and Border Patrol, Customs and Border Patrol, round all of y'all up and deport you back home. Every last one. With the money y'all stole from us, y'all should be ready to buy the whole damn country of Somalia. You should own it by now. That whole country's not worth $9 billion. Anyway, I am sick about talking about these damn Somalis, but every day they just keep giving you more and more of their material. How can you not talk about it? I promise you we're going to talk about something else this week, I promise. Tomorrow we're going to talk about health. We're going to talk about, I went and got my blood test done, lab work done. So I got my A1C number. I will reveal it tomorrow. So it's, I made some progress. Not as much as I wanted to, though. So I wanted to totally get under 5.6. I did not make that goal. It did drop some. It needs to drop some more. So I need to step my game up. I can't talk the health game. They have bad health markers. So I have to step it up. I eat fairly well. I don't do that much junk food. I mean, every now and then I get a craving for something sweet or something, and I may eat some cookies or potato chips. It's not like a regular thing, though. This is like maybe once a month. I may have a cheat day. Eat something that's probably not good for me. But I'm determined to get this diabetes under control without taking metformin, without taking insulin, without taking all the host of stuff that they want to throw at you. So you can reverse your type 2 diabetes. We're going to talk about tomorrow how you can reverse it, what the things that can be done. If you're on the medicine, stay on the medicine. I'm not a doctor, so do not take health advice, medical advice from me. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to tell you my story. And if you want to follow it, follow it. If you need help, I'm going to give you a resource. Someone that can help you design a meal plan, an exercise plan, a whole plan. You can join a support group. Y'all can do it together. You can buddy up with people, keep you accountable. You need to have accountability when you're trying to do this. You have to have other people there, not just you, who are going through the same thing, who all care, but y'all care about each other. Y'all help each other. When somebody slips and falls, you got to help them get up, get back on the wagon, man. Do not guilt eat. Do not fall off the wagon and feel guilty, like, oh, I failed again, and start guilt eating. Make things worse. No, you need to get back on the wagon. You need other people to kind of help that you're going through it with you, that you can talk to and share your pain with. They can share theirs. So you know you're not going through this alone. I'm going to provide that resource tomorrow. You can reach out to someone and get help. If you need, if you want, if you're serious about it. Then I'm going to share my story with you. Then I'm going to tell you my A1C number. And so I'm not out of time yet, but I'm going to shut the show down a little early, give you back a few minutes. So I want to say thank you for watching the show, if you're watching live or if you're streaming later on. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow the show, so I need all the help I can get. And I thank each and every one of you. I do from the bottom of my heart. Share the video with others. If you want to chop up some of it and put it into your video, you're more than welcome. If you want to reach out to me and invite me on your show, if you have a channel or a podcast, hey, I'll be glad to come on. So we can help each other out. You be a guest on this show, and I'll be a guest on your show. We'll do an exchange. But anyway, that's not my time, but I'm going to call my time and give you back 10 minutes. And so for everyone out there, I'm the J.R. Stewart. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to talk health tomorrow. No Somalians, no Minnesota, type 2 diabetes, weight loss, vascular disease, some things you can do to cure yourself, to heal your body. You didn't get into it overnight. You're not going to get out of it overnight. It takes time. But it's never too late to start healing your body so you'll live longer. If you're on these drugs are slowly killing you. You would die prematurely. Taking the blood pressure medicine, the diabetes medicine, the heart medicine, you're going to die prematurely taking all those meds. So let's talk about how to heal your body, get on the right track. And if you need help, I'm going to give you a resource. Reach out to her, please. Get the help that you need. If you don't know how to do it, reach out to some people that do know how to do it, who can help you. So anyway, everybody have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so very much. Bye.